and welcome to Channel 12 News. I'm Stephanie Delfonso. In breaking news, the Northern Territory Department of Education and Training has secretly abolished their highly criticised policy of compulsory teaching in English for the first 4 hours of each school day. We cross to Jonathan Carter, who is standing in front of the Department of Education and Training in Darwin. So Jonathan, tell me, what does this policy change mean for Indigenous education?
Thank you, Stephanie. There are a number of positive aspects that have resulted from this policy being abolished. Firstly, and most importantly, it is great news for the children and their communities in the remote areas. It means that teachers are now able to teach children in their mother tongue through the whole school day, with no interruptions and pressure to teach English in the first 4 hours of the day. Therefore, we are finally showing on a policy level that we are accepting the benefits that Indigenous language provides students when incorporated with English. This last policy was a failure, as it did not recognise the social and cognitive benefits of multilingualism, as it was perceived that nothing special was needed to be done for Indigenous children in the educational system when teaching them English.
That is great news, Jonathan, but how does utilising a multilingualism approach to school assist the Indigenous students?
It is not thinking that Indigenous language is an add-on anymore. Instead, it perceives that the Indigenous language plays a pertinent role in the educational system, with giving young children a positive self-esteem and identity for the development in their future. As experienced under the previous policy, the attendance rate of children massively decreased. This policy means that attendance in school will increase, as the elders are now able to be fully incorporated in the teaching and learning of the children throughout the whole day. Back to you, Stephanie, in the studio.
Thanks, Jonathan. We cross to Zoe Summerfield via satellite, who is live in front of the Papaya Primary School in one of the Northern Territory's remote Indigenous communities. So Zoe, how has this news been received in Papaya by the Indigenous community?
Thanks, Stephanie. I'm here with an Indigenous teacher, Jessica Culp. So what are your thoughts on this change in Indigenous educational policies?
Go.
Many of the Indigenous children in our remote community have grown up with English-based Creole and other mixed languages. They have not had exposure to standard English, Australian English in their interactions with the community and at home. Therefore, this policy is assisting to bridge the gap on a ground level with our kids. We believe that a two-way learning approach to the RAPLA, this means allowing them to be strong, motivated, reliable, energetic and responsible. It enables a balance between the two cultures. They learn to be Gwambul, able to strive for goal, standing steadfast, and not having slippery hands or feet.
So is policy change enough to cater for the Indigenous students' needs?
We believe that this policy is only a band-aid on the issue of equality opportunity for Indigenous children in our educational system. It is a poorly managed program that has the potential to enhance the opportunities provided for Indigenous children. It is due to a serious problem with teachers not being trained in the methods that are required to teach standard Australian English to Indigenous children. Furthermore, there is a lack of trained teachers that can speak the Indigenous language of their country. Therefore, insufficient education is provided for the transition between English and the native Indigenous language. Until these issues are fixed, this policy is only slightly fixing the gap, making Caucasian Australians feel like you are helping the Indigenous people. The privilege of whites needs to be noticed, so you can start to understand and bridge the gap completely between the two cultures. Currently, children are being given little time to build a strong foundation in their first language and are not given sufficient time in bridging the gap to the dominant language of English, prior to it becoming utilised as the dominant instruction in the classroom. This cannot be fixed until these other issues are resolved.
Thank you, Jess. Back to you in the studio, Stephanie.
Thank you, Zoe. Wrapping up our breaking news for today, the Northern Territory Department of Education and Training has secretly abolished their highly criticised policy of compulsory teaching in English for the first 4 hours of each school day. Although there is no official comment from the department, remote Indigenous communities are relieved that they will be able to teach an education that reinforces their known culture from children's home environments, which plays an important role in supporting their self-identity, personal development, leadership capacity and learning process. That is all from me at the Channel 12 newsroom. This is Stephanie Delfonso signing off. Good morning.
Oh, you look like a little monkey.
That's what Annie